I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. My goodness. We're here to always call out hypocrisy. And we saw this with COVID, right? Rules for thee, but not for ye. Wear your mask. Wear it. Mask mandates everywhere. Mask, 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 mask. And then Democratic Socialists all over the country. The leaders were out not wearing masks. Gavin Newsom and various others. Florida is, oh my God, they're trying to kill everybody with COVID. AOC goes down there to party. Hypocrisy over and over and over again. Well, we're seeing it now with gas prices, okay? Now, I will show you video from this, and but to give you some context, just to show you where we're at here, national average, $4.33. That's the national average for gas. Now, the White House and woke celebrities, elitists, and socialist Democrats everywhere just say, hey, go buy you an electric car. Now, look, I'm not afraid to admit I make pretty good money. But I can't just drop everything and go buy a car. I cannot go buy a car today. I cannot do that. So, and a lot of Americans are like that. They can't just drop everything and say, fuck it. We're going to go buy an electric car, okay? It's not practical. That's not how a presidency is supposed to work. Well, so Peter Doocy is the White House correspondent reporter, and I've got the video for this. I'll play it. For Fox News, and he's sort of a Reagan Republican, very buttoned up, got his little tie on, hair's perfect. I like Peter Doocy. Got some smart ass to him, and not afraid to spar with the liar known as Jen Psaki, right? And he asked I thought a very valid question yesterday, considering the agenda towards electric cars. He asked a question. He said, he asked Jen Psaki, does Joe Biden own an electric car? Is that a thing? Does he own an electric car, considering what he and his administration is pushing right now with electric vehicles? Because Creepy Joe has taken some of that back funnel Ukraine-Russia money that Hunter has brought in, I'm sure. And I'm sure he can afford to have all electric cars. And he's bought a lot of cars. So, White House, of course, won't answer whether Biden actually owns an electric vehicle. I'm not surprised by this. President Joe Biden is a noted fan of cars and has promoted the purchase of electric vehicles since taking office. But does he actually own an electric car? White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki wouldn't say when asked by a reporter on Thursday, quote, presidents of the United States don't do a lot of driving. Fox News reporter Peter Doocy countered that Biden has, quote, posted videos where he is revving the engine of his Corvette. He owns cars. He's a car collector, actually. And he also has driven electric vehicles as president to give a model to the rest of the country, Psaki said. I think the president's record on this is pretty clear. Again, she's deflecting. Biden's Build Back Better bill includes tax credits for electric vehicles, especially those made by a labor union. Though the bill has stalled, he again mentioned the idea during his Live Fest of the Union address. The president drove an electric Hummer during a November visit to Michigan. Whether he ordered one for his Delaware home remains unclear. So let's look at this actual video right here. Let's just listen to it.
The capacity they need to go get more oil here in the United States, and he'd encourage them to do that. Go ahead.
Just one more about electric vehicles. You guys are pushing electric vehicles today. This is a president who always talks about the power of our example. Mm-hmm. Does he own an electric vehicle?
Presidents of the United States don't do a lot of driving.
He's posted videos where he's revving the engine of his Corvette in Wilmington. He owns cars.
And he also has driven electric vehicles as president, as to give a model to the rest of the country.
Does he own one?
I think the president's record on this is clear, Peter. Presidents of the United States, current and when they are no longer, typically are not doing a lot of driving. Go ahead.
In his Corvette in Wilmington, he owns cars.
And he also has driven electric vehicles as president, as to give a model to the rest of the country.
Does he own one?
I think the president's record on this is clear. Country.
Does he own one?
I think the president's record on this is a model to the rest of the country.
Does he own one?
I think that
How many times do I have to play that for anybody? Does he own one? Simple question. I mean, that's a simple yes or no. Well, I think his record's pretty clear. So that is a no, okay? That is a no from your White House administration. Your Democratic Socialist leader in charge, Jen Psaki, totally deflects. And I think his record's pretty... That's not what Peter asked. Yes or no, does he own one? She wouldn't answer. She failed to answer. So there's your answer. Hypocrisy at its finest. We continue to see this more and more out of Democratic leadership. Total hypocrisy. And look, gas prices were $2.39 a gallon before Biden took office. $2.39 a gallon. It's went up almost $2. And make no mistake, it's not the Russia and Ukraine conflict that has caused this. It's a Democratic leadership, Democratic administration is what's causing these gas prices to rise. Is Russia influence? Sure. But you shut down domestic oil resources, gas prices are going to go up. The media and the White House are trying to use the veil of the Russian-Ukraine war to cover their ass on gas prices, because that hits home, actual Americans on a day-to-day basis. And that's what I don't understand. When people vote Democrat, they don't remember gas prices generally skyrocket under a Democrat. People don't realize that. They don't remember that. It's weird when they get to a voting poll. But they're so caught up being worried about things that are of no real consequence or tangible. I am worried about my pocketbook. I surely am. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.